God, this is probably the most absurd. I think I just did the most absurd like thumbnail comment ever for a title of the stream. So attention pinches your nipples, and I have just this very awful picture of TJ Kirk with a tank top on, fat as all get out, with Dr. Segmental and his rolls all protruding. So graciously out. It's oh man.
Leading into the late spring and early summer, you have other times during the fall to do the same thing, and then you run into witches holidays like Samhain and others, Halloween and others, where you have the full festival of the darkness.
I don't even need this jacket on right now.
Which is Sol Invictus, in order for the sun to return. And once the sun is returned, you are grateful if you pay your debt to the sun, you pay your debt to the God, you pay your debt to the church, you pay your debt to people who are looking after you, your soul, whatever. It's Saturn's way of passing.
Oh, she's at.
It's still prevalent today. That's incredible. You know, hey, did you read the Scott's manifesto? I read it, yeah. That is hate on paper. Well, yeah, it's hate on paper. It's trolling. It's irony. It's snide. It's cynical.
It's literally just memes. It's a meme-festo. I don't call that a manifesto. It's a meme-festo. It's literally just copy-paste memes from like 4chan and shit. I've read it too, and it's just nonsense.
That video, that video, it's real. That's a real video. Just a certain things I saw.
Pinch nipples? I couldn't think of anything.
That is just, it's a horrible video. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. Keep that in mind that every spring, or before spring, just before the equinox, sometimes it even heightens during the equinox, so we have a few days before the equinox. Be ready for that. There'll be another wave probably after the equinox. It goes in waves. So we have the eyes, the 15th,
I can only hope.
the 21st.
This is gonna be so intense.
Thursday or Friday of next week.
I don't know. I just was thinking, what's absurd and what's just out of the blue and random? That. It's out of the blue and it's random. Is that you today? Chill. You know, as it goes. Got a few little... There was actually some interesting shit. What happened earlier today? There was this, There's something I was going to say before. There was like a few things that happened I was going to lay down. I forgot the first one right now, but the second one was actually kind of interesting. It was that, when I came back from my lunch, it was a little busy and shit. I got to hold up. I gotta fix this. Hold up. Anyway, so I just come back from lunch and shit. I'm thinking I see this lesbian couple. At first, I think so. Honestly, I think it is actually still, but so they wanted like some like Chinese meal or whatever, right? And they're actually cool. They're actually really fun to talk with and chill. And so one of them spoke up. It sounded just about like this. So it sounded just like pretty much me almost. And I'm just like, oh, that's that originally wasn't female. I was just like, oh, well, pretty much in every sense of the imagination it pulled off besides the voice so far. And I'm just like, alright, well, you pulled it off, so nice. You fooled me. It was pretty interesting. There was something that was before that, though, that I had like saved up in my mind from like what happened earlier today. But I'm forgetting what the hell it was. It happened like at the start of my day. What was it? Surprise, surprise. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Look good. But anyway, there was something I was gonna mention earlier, but I totally forgot. I don't even know what it was. Oh, I remember now. I remember that. There's this chick who comes into my store. She's actually either deaf or partially deaf or mostly deaf. And I've figured out like what she usually wants all the time. So she especially loves it when I come up to help her out because she could just pretty much point and just give me like numerics on her hands and to get, tell me what needs to be done. I'm just like, got it. So that's pretty much my response to everything. Is like, got it. Yep. All right. And yeah, it was pretty simple, but there's something special about it today. Like she looked like she like was going Joker mode, dude. She literally had like this bright green shirt underneath and like a big puffy purple jacket she was wearing. It wasn't like a super puffy jacket in itself, but on her it looked really big. But it was just like, damn, she must be going Joker mode today. She like look up straight up like an agent for like Joker or something, dude. It was kind of cool. So it was like, oh shit. Even her pants like had a purple tint to it. I'm like, damn, you're going like. I wish I could like communicate somehow, so I could be like, you must be going like Joker mode right now with your color scheme. It was kind of funny. She normally comes in with her husband too, but I never saw her with him, so must have just went in there on her own day. It was kind of cool. I feel like that's not the only thing I had lined up, but whatever. I'll probably come up at some point later in my later. I want that one or that one. I'm gonna have this one. Got some vitamin water. I had to decide on one, so I got this. This one's good. Energy citrus. Or tropical citrus. I was actually initially going to have my homie Logan come over for a bit. But...
Bitch!
I didn't do it.
No, you didn't.
I had these bad boys lined up and ready to go, but unfortunately, no one's here now to continue. So this is your stream last night and your dad's drug experiences. Yeah, my last like 2 or 3 streams have just been basically me and my dad talking and nothing else. The first 20 minutes of the stream will be like me in a stream, but then the rest of it would have just been. I don't have a problem with it, but to go basically have one normal conversation with somebody, which will be like what 30 minutes to 40 minutes, depending if it's a long conversation. The long conversation with my dad, triple that. And that's an average conversation with him. He takes so fucking long, man. And he can't, like, when you're about to say something, because you're like, hey, you know, he's done speaking. And I'm like, yeah, you know, say something else. He instantly starts cutting you off and starts going off again. So it's like, do you, like, time your thinking process? So when I speak, you speak. There's like some... I swear, there's like some psychological like warfare happening whenever we have conversations. It's like I have to like strategically line my shots to like get a combo in, and I am like 90% fail every time. It's just basically you have to just sit there and just nod, or just be a douchebag and just turn away, ignore him, or just walk off or some shit. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a douchebag. Live with him 24/7, right? And he sees all day and night, right? He lives in the same house, yeah. So. Kinda like my lips are dry as fuck, dude. I need like some lip balm. I got some in my room, actually. I think he secretly wants you to be a YouTube star. Dude, he hates the internet. He's like, he hates the fact that I go do research on the internet and shit. And, like, I can find information that debunks, like, everything he says, you know, online. And it's just that easy and that accessible at the tip of my fingertips. And he's like, you and that internet crap. Blah, 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 blah. He literally sounds like a boomer when he just starts doing that. And I don't even like talking in terminologies and shit, but he makes me want to. It's like, you are literally the like stereotypical boomer when you say that. It's like, what are you doing? Like, embrace this brand new like technology that we have that can. I mean, but for real, like if you want to like look up like, you know, something about like, hey, what's up with Mars? Like, hey, what's all about that planet? What's the history of it? You can literally look up on the Google machine or the Bing machine or the Yahoo search machine, you know, just any search engine and just look up, you know, what's Mars, and it will give you a basic.
You don't even have to look at do a search.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, like, it would be more easier to like try to like have a conversation, especially if it's stuff that him and I may or may not disagree with and have, contention over. Would be easier if he understood, how to fact check his own stuff, like, just by doing simple research. Yeah. That's why, that's why with certain issues, I'll be like, I don't know until I delve more into it later on at some point, because I don't know much about it. Like, for example, on what's an issue that I'm not 100%, you know, like I'm neutral with. What's a policy that I'm neutral with? There's not a, oh, damn. Uh, like, oh, I guess with oh, I remember. I think there's one policy now. There's like a form of reparation where it's like a baby bond or something like that, and I don't know much about that at all. And I'm like completely neutral with that because I literally don't know much about it. Besides, it's like a form of reparations or something, but that's all I know. So there, I mean, that's an example. It's like baby bonds or something like subsidies for parents with their children. If they descended from. I don't know all the details, so you know. And there's Dad's channel. If he can even figure out how to make one or operate it, like, love him, but God, he's an ignoramus when it comes to technology. You might as well put a Neanderthal next to an iPhone and like hope it learned. No offense to him, seriously, I love him, but just oh my God, like it's not really that hard to like work this stuff, but for some reason it's just really difficult to him. You neutral, lol. I said on some issues, and it took me a while because on the issues I'm neutral with, I don't know much about, and I don't even know much of the actual issue itself. So it takes me a while to think on these issues I'm neutral with, or I don't put a position on. Like so I can relate sort of with him. I didn't say he didn't. Shit, I mean, I relate way more than I probably would like to think, when it comes to him. So there's definitely a lot of things I'll probably be like, if I realize that and hear that from him, I'll be like, oh God. But I guess that's why I should probably be somewhat of an ignoramus. But I was just about to say, I mean, what's weird is that like growing up, he used to like be up all in the arcade games and shit, and like all up in Pong when it first came out, like a personal gaming console, and computers. Like the weird thing is, what's even funnier, his dad is that like my granddad is actually more knowledgeable on computers than either of us. So this is actually one of my things is that, like, my granddad, his dad, knows more about computers and how to operate them and go online and stuff, even more than me.
Right. I do agree, yeah.
So that's what I really don't get about it, is that you had someone growing up who, like, started knowing about it. Granted, of course, during his literal child years, maybe not, but... I mean, he evidently did because learned about it and knows a lot about it. It's like you could easily, it's like, oh, yeah, you have a family member, well, especially two now at least, one on both ends of your tree line that know about this. I mean, there's things that even my granddad still teaches me tricks about on the computer. I'm just like, oh shit, didn't know that. Some things I'm starting to learn on my own now and just be like, ooh, interesting. Be like, cool. You're a different age group. We remember 70s. I never lived or existed during that time. I don't even think I was a sperm cell yet. Well, yeah. I mean, so I don't... Well, yeah, I can't remember then because I never existed then.
You never had the internet back then.
And if it did, it was in the proto stages, mainly by CERN and research development agencies subsidized by the gov and stuff. And then around like the 90s is when it started to come out. More commercialized, but it was more meant for like higher upper middle class people And then in like the late 90s to the early 2000s, that's when it became way more accessible. Because when I was 3 years old, around 2000, 2001, 2002, I got my own personal computer. And, nah. It's crazy how tech really advanced so quickly and
It
so
did, didn't
soon.
it?
Yeah, I mean, we are definitely in a new technology that's, like, there's definitely gonna be a lot of growing pains in this age. I mean, we already are going through a lot of them. I mean, we're about to experience the growing pains of automation, and we're already doing that with like the negative impacts of what social media and online computer usage and stuff like extensively can do. I mean, there's a lot of different things that that we have ever had to deal with before, or at least on this scale, and now it's just right here.
Using China. I mean, with all the traveling stuff that he's been doing, with all the guns he had, didn't anybody see that as a? No, they didn't.
It's one thing to read about something; it's another to live it.
Looks the other way when things just go down.
Depends how you perceive the living that scenario. Some people think the Holocaust even never even existed, and they lived through it. And some people also think that the Holocaust was a good thing and know what happened. So I mean,
And when you try to explain Black, I mean, Gladio was ultimately
mm,
an organization that has
we're a generation that got things done. Mm, every generation is. No generation is exclusive from that.
okay, Gladio is headed by
Besides, I don't play this "our generation was better" game because that's bullshit anyway. Every generation has positives and negatives, and some generations have more than the other, usually.
World War II. The Italian
And I feel so generous. Not on what we did and feel entitled. Kind of. Kind of.
organizations that
A
have
little bit.
Gladio is
I don't think that's 100%, but yeah, that's a factor. A lot of people these days feel like, they got it easy, or at least enough. And now that there's a lot of shit going, a lot of things that they're starting to realize about the real world, now they all feel super, super entitled. And to be fair, depending on the issue, maybe they're right. I feel entitled to some health care. Like, that should just be a human right. I feel entitled to make sure I don't fucking die of starvation on the streets and shit, while I'm living in a state that should be making sure I don't die. I mean, there's just a few basic, quote, entitlements that should just be across the human spectrum of just humans, just like the general standard of like the basic fundamentals. But beyond that, not really. You gotta earn it, or at least seize it yourself with your own with your own intent.
Often equated with Saturn, the black hole sun. You heard that all before, right? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the tears or whatever? See, the association between Saturn and the black sun. Remember I was talking about paying up debt? Okay, around the spring because there's always a representation of the
Yeah, DC disconnection for long absence. So actually, if you let it go computer, after a while they actually will just let it go. The computer says, well, hey, they're no longer here
On what?
on this page.
Oh.
Like it says, right there.
Oh, just being AFK and just wasn't on.
Yeah, it wasn't on.
Damn.
Like I said, when I go take care of all this stuff, and I'll leave the computer running for a little bit. I'll come back and it actually.
Just be like, I left the game, even because I wasn't gone quick enough.
It gives me more points, so I don't care.
Yeah, there you go.
As long as it's not, Oh, man.
You always see it with the black and all the insignia and symbols around it, associated usually with Saturn and the idea of the sun darkening or the darkening sun.
That's amazing. How if electric went off today, we would.
Is this right?
That should be still good. I bought it today.
Okay. Remember if I drink it?
Sure. I got more. I got water over here. I was amazed how if electric went off today, we wouldn't know how to live. Well, I guess with no phones and computers would die. Yeah. I feel like I have a chance, but
I guess I collected all my cigarettes over here.
evidently.
Damn.
had like a little pile going on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say that a lot. Like, I may have a chance because I've been out in the outdoors and I know how to like, like build a fire and do that type of stuff. And I know which berries locally and in my native area and like local berries and fruits and stuff. Like, I know what is edible around my area and what isn't. Like, but that doesn't mean full sure chance. Like, at most, I'd probably live a month before I die. Like, I'm not really giving myself much room here. Don't think I'm overthinking myself.
I have a
But,
question. Now, you see this little bit red red kind of,
hmm?
these little red things that come up on the flowers sometimes?
Little red flames off the,
It's a little bulb.
like the little rose petals or something?
It's a, I should tell you one time. I want to know if I ate it, would it hurt me?
Depends on the fruit or what it is.
I'll show it to you next time.
Yeah. If it's, is it a bush around here?
Yeah?
Is it the one right here? Or, I guess right there, next.
Yes, it comes up with red bulbs.
Yeah, because I ate those as a kid, and I had to get my stomach pumped because I got poisoned.
Also, don't eat them.
Yeah, so, there's yeah. I learned that the hard way, so don't, yeah, I was like 4 or 5. Like, I don't remember much of it, so that's good, I guess, but I remember...
That's kind of good to eat?
I guess so. I don't remember much of it, but...
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're talking about those ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Because those are the only ones with, like, red bulbous, like, fruit thing. I'm, like, thinking, what?
The little bee bulbs.
Yeah, the only one I could think of was that one, because I don't think we have any other tree like that, and that's the only one.
You'll probably put the same thing if you are.
Yeah, I think if you had, like, 1 or 2, I'm sure you'd be okay, but if you had, like, a whole handful, you'd probably get poisoned, and I don't know what they're called, so I can't look them up and be like, what is the name of this, berry, and is it actually poisonous, or does it just give you bad runs or something? Seriously, like, I can handle having the bad runs. It'd be shitty, but it's temporary. Like, very short and temporary. It's usually, like, a one hitter quitter and then it's gone, but sometimes he'll come back and with revenge and shit, but who knows, that always varies.
As long as it's giving me some kind of high,
Who's desperate to get high, you're gonna use those bush. Here's a bush. From what I've heard, you could actually
Ooh, I didn't remember that.
From what I've heard, you can
I'm already messed up.
What you messed up on? You have a lot of...
this big bulb on here. I thought it was out of weed in here, but
yeah, you have a lot of weed in your grinder now.
A bunch of weed in here now.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's sort of over the brim now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I never messed up.
Well, you don't need to grind some for a while now.
I guess I'll smoke it.
Well, what is it?
Is that what you did this stuff? You put it smoke it or what?
I thought you baked it and then you liquefied it and then you injected it into your veins.
Oh, where was I? On Gleason Street today. I had to take Mom to the doctor over there. So I walk around, just smoking a cigarette. And I look down and I found a syringe.
Oh my God! Gleason, right? Oh yeah.
I picked it up and then I threw it back down.
I would have. Was there a garbage can nearby?
Probably was. But I never noticed.
Yeah. If I see shit like that, I try to find a garbage can close by. If not, I hide it under a bush or something so no one accidentally gets AIDS. I probably almost get myself AIDS doing that, but.
I just kind of watched.
I just kind of I'm not gonna pick this up anywhere near the needle area. I'm gonna very lightly, gently pick it up and get it the fuck away from any public area so no person accidentally gets stabbed with it and gets AIDS.
Yeah, I just took it back down where it was.
Well, at that point, unfortunately, Portland isn't littered with the shit, but you'll see them around.
They gave away 2 cigarettes today. You must have a cigarette? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. you gotta be careful sometimes because I mean not because they'll like mug you or nothing, but because it's like as soon as you do it, someone else in the distance will see you, and then they'll like
Oh,
then
yeah.
you'll have a swarm, be like, hey, and then you'll have
That's the last cigarette I have, my friend.
yeah, just like got my last one. I'm about to buy another pack when I get home. Do something like that.
Yeah,
Trick them off.
always.
See, yeah, because some people will be like, "Do you have change?" And I'll just like finish coming out of a store, and I'll be like, "Nah, I don't have any else." You know. Just,
All I use my card, man. I'll get them sorry, you know.
yeah.
I don't quite change them anymore. Not these days.
Yeah. The only time I do is whenever I use my money, and then I just have change in my pocket, and at the end of the day, that just goes in my change jar, and then that turns into more money because I cash it in when it gets too full, or if I really need it.
Right. I got a big it's a can. You probably seen it anyway.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah, but it's really full of coins. So
Well, there's a coin exchange or a coin drop. Yeah, just right in front. Yeah, I go there every time it fills up, and I think there's like a 10% tax on it. But like, let's say I have like 60. Like last time I had like $45, and I got like 36 or something like that. So I think on average it only takes like 10 or 5, just depending on how much you have.
Right.
So it's not that much. It's not that bad, but overall you still get a lot more money. It's way more than what you had initially. So
Well, you're right, definitely.
I don't even know if it's like 10% or something. I think it's a lower percentage than that, but
It's percentage. We don't know what it is.
I think it's just to have it there and operating. So it's whatever.
Yeah, we don't have we're counting the pennies and everything else.
Yeah, because I could just go up to the counter and be like, "Can I condense this all into money?" And they're just gonna stare at me and be like, "There's a fucking coin drop. Go over there." Like, and then you have because it's like if you want to try to get it all out, exactly what's in there. Like the only way you could get away with doing that is if you separate it all initially and write it on like little baggies about what they are and just give it to them. Be like, I have a coin purse that has exactly $1 pennies in every single purse, like a dollar worth.
Get your penny roller.
That's or like a little roller or something like that.
You know what you're talking about? I mean,
I don't know what they look like, but I know what they are. I mean, because
they have rollers for pennies and dimes and nickels and
quarters and all the coins essentially, so you can roll it up in those little things. Yeah, like I don't know what they look like, but I know what they are, and I mean I know their thing, but like have one of those too.
It is easier for the phone machine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit more longer a process because then you have to kind of go all the way and roll all those coins. I mean, while just going for the coin drop, and then just dumping in that big thing, and then just let it all slide into its little thing, and it'll count them all up. Just make sure that your coins aren't super dirty, or else they won't take them. Like I have a quarter that was really rusted to hell, and then I cleaned it, and I actually did a very basic clean. I honestly just like got a little water and just washed it off and just put it back in there and it worked, but it was really dirty and wouldn't accept it. So if there's like any alterations on the coin or anything, it probably won't take it. But sometimes I'll put it back in there and it'll take it without even interfering with it. So I think if you put too many coins in there, it will slide a few by and not read them and just dispense them like in a return thing, or because it couldn't read it or whatever. So there's like a certain amount it could like handle at once, I guess. But yeah, that's a very nice convenience that the thing's there.
Yeah, it is. I've used it.
Yeah, I love that thing.
Call me. Hey.
That's BISNETT. You have 4 new voice messages and 6 saved messages. New message is an hour. Sign up at retailinco.org. That's retailinco.org. To replay this message, message marked for deletion. New message.
I couldn't even understand anything besides the.
Your request for information about a pain-relieving brace covered by your insurance. Please call message marked for deletion. New message. Someone from our center pray for you. Please press 1.
Prager you. They called you. Prager you. They actually called you. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
number 50344777528. Dialing. Please wait. To return to your mailbox, press the pound sign twice. To replay this message, press 1.
I didn't realize voicemails can now automatically allow you to call them.
New message.
Silence.
To replay this message, press 1. To delete, press
I think that's my favorite one so far.
Save message. Hi Robert, you did. This is Tess, a screening specialist from Kelly Services. And I'm calling you regarding a job opportunity.
Oh my god, she is definitely from India. That person was definitely from India.
This is Alina calling with office team. I was reaching out to connect about a job application that we received. Message saved.
That was American.
Message. Hi Robert, my name is Liz Williams. I'm a job recruiter over here with Target Tech and Market First. Message saved. Saved message.
Oh, it's just going for the saved messages now.
We have an important message from Asset Recovery Group. This is a call from a debt collector.
Is that Pat Robertson?
503. Message marked for deletion. Saved message.
No, it wasn't Pat Robertson. I don't know who these voicemails are.
Kelly, just everything's okay. Message saved. Saved message. Hello, Robert, sweetheart. This is Kelly. I just wanted to let you know that I'm praying for you. And message saved. There are no more messages.
Them right there at the very end. Them road.
Yeah, those saved messages.
Them are saved for until I die. Because when I hear her voice,
Oh, Kelly?
yeah, man, I love her to death.
Sweetheart, lol.
In fact, when she left the last time, I got a kiss from her.
Nice. Though Kelly is awesome.
Yeah, Kelly is awesome.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. Whenever she'd visit, when she used to visit mom really frequent, not like every year, but like every 2 years or something like that, or like every 3 years. It'd actually be pretty frequent for a little bit. She would we would go on like go to the coast and stuff like that.
Yeah. Team.
Yeah.
In fact, one time they were trying to get me into this topless, this male,
This male strip bar or something.
right? And the thing is, they wouldn't let me in.
That's funny, actually. That's actually really funny.
I don't know where we wound up, but we had some good times back in the day.
Yeah, that sounds funny. They're trying to get you. What the fuck, Mom? What the? Mom. God, man, no wonder she seems so non-talkative about these stories and shit. Going to male strip clubs and stuff, trying to.
Right.
Shit, oh my god, that's awesome. I know my mom has a wild, growing up,
Right.
you know.
Get me in there. Yeah,
I know she had a wild 20s and 30s, but she never talks about it. It's like, God dang it, Mom. You know I love these stories. Come on. But whenever she does,
I'm not talking about it or me talking about it.
yeah, and whenever she does, she has a very skewed perspective and never tells all the juicy bits.
No, she doesn't. Yeah.
It's just like,
I have some juicy bits. Yeah.
yeah, I know whenever there's a story and she mentions you or Kelly or whoever else, I know there's bits missing. I know there's parts of that story missing, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to talk this out with these other people.
Good times back then.
Oh yeah. Not to be I'm born wrong generation type of guy, but I mean honestly, I felt like I would have fit in the 60s, 70s, and 80s and shit. Especially in the 70s and 80s is when metal started to become a thing.
Because I graduated in 71. What the fuck I did after that, I think I married Martha. 3 years. Right in the later 70s at least.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when Chad was born, but actually I knew.
In the 81 or 82, I think.
So if he's born in '81, I actually knew him when he was about 2 or 3 years old. He actually would right on my shoulders,
Yeah.
as a little kid, and rub my arms and come.
Yeah, my mom would always say, yeah, because you're pretty much like Sasquatch. you got like Sasquatch DNA going on.
Yeah. But yeah, back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I left town.
Man, I always love hearing like stories from like people growing up or like just in that time because they're always got some interesting like something happening during that era. I mean, there's always something happening in every era and every decade, but
nothing's on camera. There's no internet or anything like that.
Not back in the day,
You
shit.
have to go out and make your own fun.
And back in the '70s, we didn't have internet, and all of a sudden it just boom.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like, well, I mean, there's shit I've been able to get away with, before. I've done some pretty, very few rebellious things, but when I did, there's only been like a few times I've almost been busted. There's one time I was, like, I'm sure you guys probably know about Suicide Bridge in like Northwest Portland or on the west side of Portland or whatever. It's like, yeah, it has a I only really know it by Suicide Bridge, but it's got a very beautiful like skyline of the city. It's a beautiful spot, but it's known for people offing themselves because right below is a freeway like 100 feet below, so instant death.
Yeah, it's a long ways down.
Yeah, so I don't know when they did, but
On the northeast side, there is a big laurel hedge I had to prune.
yeah.
Things sucked.
Yeah, I don't know when they did, but eventually they put in a little like fence where it kind of arcs inward, like little arcs that go in, and they're probably motion censored for sure, because me and my friends, this was on my 18th birthday, we climbed over it and this to kind of like finish the night and just kind of chill in this one of the little inlets, because the little inlet had a little door to it, but it was totally locked and you can't get in, and I'm pretty sure during the day it's locked too, so you can't get in it, which sucks because it's like that's an awesome little spot to just chill and look at the city skyline and just hang out. So we were like, we're gonna fucking climb over it. So all of us got over. Tyler was on the very top, and honestly, he was the one who was the most wuss about it and like the most freaked out over it because he's afraid of heights and shit. And just merely trying to climb over the fence was freaking him out. And then as he was just as he got over, like two cops out like quietly out of nowhere, just boom right there. And of course we're all wondering what the fuck we were doing, and we're threatened to probably hold us for a little bit, but let us go. And then the second time I spray painted high school before it got tore down, and then with Harley Tyler, and then right after that there happened to be a patrolman coming by and stopped us and questioned us about it because he happened to look off to the side and notice some fresh graffiti and stuff, and went over there and looked and shit. And then from there, he was asking us because he noticed Harley in our little pack because Harley's very well known amongst the department around here. So yeah, they instantly pulled.
Don't want to get on the
So
radar.
yeah, so this was probably the closest we've been. So Harley thought, hey, I hold the cans because I have my jacket and I could just stuff them on the inside and just have it zipped up, and I just have my hands like this and I just have them out a little bit so it looks like I just have just a poofy jacket. And so they check Harley, and they have his little bag, and there's like a couple snacks in there on top of the cans that we had when he was carrying them. So just on the mere idea that Harley may get searched, and he's like, they're not going to search you two, they're just going to search me. So one or both of you hide the cans in your pocket and shit. And I'm like, all right, I'll just do it. So because I'm like the guy that even whenever we get pulled over, I'm always very chill, relaxed, very nice, and just casually being whatever about it. Just just being honest about what's going on. Well, this time I wasn't, but like they never searched me or Tyler at all. And they just searched Harley, and then they just like, well, if you see anything weird going on, just let us know or whatever, and just let us on our way. And then we went down like near the library and shit, and we were like, holy fuck, okay. We were silent, just walking the entire time, just like contemplating how close we were to just getting busted right then and there for, you know, vandalism, stupid shit. But I mean, still, you know, but, you know, at that point, I'm like, all right, I think it's just best if we just split up at this point. And they're like, yeah, all right, we'll just take the cans. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta like go to work anyway and shit. I'm pretty sure. I don't know at this point. But I was like, it's probably just best if we just split. So if we get stopped again, then we're not extra suspicious. So I just walked off. And then there was one patrolman that passed one last time on the way within the neighborhood. So I think at that point they were like, oh, they split, whatever. So yeah, only 2 times, but very close so far. I've been lucky.
I've had a number of times that were way too close.
Yeah, I think honestly that last one was way too close, but it was over a really benign thing, so it isn't really that intense. But I mean, it's with Tyler and I mean that would have been like some serious like oh shit moment. Just especially like Tyler like nearly like freaked like was literally like freaking out, scared shitless like the first time because he thought it was actually going to be turned in and shit. You know, whatever. Even though, even I knew he wasn't and whatever and stuff.
That's a stupid idea on this bridge. Oh, let's put a fence to prevent suicides. And just like, okay, you can walk around the edge of the fence.
Well, we thought of that first, and you can't. It's totally barbed wired and bushes, or it's impassable.
No, they fixed that. When they first put up the fence, you could just walk around the edge.
Yeah. I think initially they didn't have the. I know one side had barbed wire and the other side was so fucking bushed out with blackberry bushes you just couldn't pass. There's just no way unless you took some time to trim that shit before you did. But I don't think anyone's gonna take that much time to try to trim that thing, just to off themselves over a bridge.
You have to know how to deal with bushes.
Yeah. So I mean, I think the city knows that.
You know how to deal with them.
And I think the city knows that. Yeah, and I think the city knows those bushes are a good deterrent to keep people from going on the other side, that they just don't deal with it, so they just leave it there. And the other side is barbed wired, but yeah, but I initially was like, hey, how are we going to try to get over this? I'm like, hey, I'm going to look down this way, and I'll run down that way and look over there, see if we can maybe just go on the other side, and both sides, there was no way. So we were just like, well, the only way to do is just hop over. But it had to have been motion censored because there was nobody on the bridge at all. There was only one person walking on the bridge as we were just starting to cross the bridge, and that person was like already halfway across, coming to us, going the other way. So there was the only way I could think of is maybe they have like a long view camera off in the distance, zoomed right up on it, so they can see people doing some shit, or it's motion censored. So whenever they whenever they detect significant motion of like someone trying to climb it or whatever, they'll detect it and move in on it.
They mentioned they had a camera somewhere watching the bridge.
Yeah, so that's probably it then. Either that or maybe both. It could be both too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because as soon as that
All I
happened,
remember was reading about it in the paper. Then they're talking about it on the Lars Larson show.
yeah, I vaguely remember.
Yeah, I live up by there. You know, you can just walk around the end of the fence.
Yeah, well, not really much anymore. I don't know if that changed since I last been there. I mean, if anything, it's probably
Just when they
first built it. Yeah.
First built the fence, you're just like, hey, you can just walk around the end and climb along the outside of the bridge.
Yeah, just monkey bar it. Just be like, go. Just monkey wall it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but now it's definitely not really bad. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's possible if you try to like find your way to wiggle through the barbed wire, but I mean, it's pretty barbed up. So there's like, at least the side I saw, there was like one, like it was like nah, and then there's like some weird X's going. Like it was like unless you wanted to really get like cut up and basically become like Swiss cheese on your way out, like there was no way you're getting through it unless you try to like climb up and over it. But that's.
Yeah, I remember once there was going across the South Billings Boulevard Bridge across the Yellowstone River on the underside.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just like a little, like giant, like 8, 9, 10 foot tall giant I-beams. The cement road bed on top of them.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just kind of like, okay, we'll just crawl along this little ledge, and I'm climbing the rims. And it's like no problem. We had a nice ledge. That
Yeah.
big.
It's not hard to
Yeah,
climb a
it's
ledge. You
in
just
the
have
middle,
to
it got a little
keep your
narrower.
balance.
Still, it's just like, yeah, make sure you sort of balance.
Yeah, just
The cops show up and they're like shining their spotlight at me and everything.
just like, what the hell you doing?
And I talked to my friend, just like, oh, I am crazy friends out climbing on the bridge. You know, they waited like 10 or 15 minutes. You know, they're just like, well, if you're here, he's not going to come back. He's just going to wait till you leave.
Yeah.
And the cops are just like, I better not have to come back with the fire. Who would search and rescue and dig them out of the river.
Oh my god.
You know, so they left, and then about 15 minutes after they left, I came back.
Nice. That's funny.
I'm just like, okay, let's sneak out of here before they come back and see if we're still here. They're waiting for us. You know, we're figuring out they probably had better things to do.
Yeah. The one, yeah, when the cops saw,
Let's go get a donut before bar closed.
yeah, when the cops stopped us at the bridge, they basically were like, they asked if any of us drove or had any vehicle, and our friend Logan was like, yeah, I have it parked like a few blocks over. It's like, if I even see you leave this area, or even see any of your presence again, I will like, he was like very stern about it and shit, and we were just like, oh fuck. So we just sat in the car for like 30 minutes, just sitting there. You know, we're at the spot. We're just like,
Well, he told you not to leave.
well, no, he wanted us to, but he was basically like, I don't even want to like see you leave. Like, I want to like you get the fuck out of here and never like. He basically it's just like, even if I see you leaving, like I will like stop you and get you at the turn you fucking because I don't want to deal with your ass. Like, or have to stare at you and shit. Like at least the guy talking to us, communicating, basically the jackass is going to sound very big and scary. Like, he wasn't even the head, of the whole little group. He was, like, one of the second guys. Like, the actual sergeant was just in the background, just kind of chilling and whatever.
Yeah, the bad cop, good cop thing going on.
Yeah, like the good guy was in the background being the actual diplomatic one, just letting the bad one, just use his verbal power at that point. Which, you know what, I can honestly get considering the story and the background of it, but...
Yeah, the next people we shop, it's probably... Or like the good guy in your case, it's like, okay, you're gonna be the bad cop this time.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Pretty much. Essentially.
Your turn to scare the kids, so I'll sit back and...
Low key, it did, like, from what I didn't see this, from what I heard from Logan, to scare Tyler enough to where he slightly, like, pissed himself just a little bit. From what I've heard, but I don't know. And honestly, I don't think he did it because throughout the whole rest of the night, I would have, one, had a slight whiff of it. Because, I know what it smells like. And two, he sat next to me on the car ride home, so I would have noticed. So I don't think he did, but for some reason, Logan thought he did, so I don't think he did. But I think he was just saying that because he was freaked the fuck out, considering that was, like, the first time he got, like, stopped for something so... out of blue, and he was the one in the middle of the act while we were all already just in the middle just waiting for him, and Logan was like halfway up there trying to help him, making sure he doesn't fuck up or something because he's so skittish of heights and shit. So it was just like, oh my god. So I think also on top of it, he was already dealing with the height thing too, and then that happened, so it just super heightened his like freak out mode and went just I felt bad for all of us, besides Harley a little bit. He was being a smartass back to the cops for a little bit, and then at that point, when he stopped as soon as literally all at once, me, Logan, and Tyler literally looked at Harley and said, "Shut the fuck up, Harley." All of us at once. And all the cops just kind of sat there and just like, yeah, all their friends know what's up. all their friends know how to handle him. It was funny. And he just, and Harley just...
let them deal with it than us.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and then Harley just kind of went, okay. And just kind of pocketed his hands and was just like, meh. Just kind of sat there. And then whenever you ask him questions about, our names, residence, and stuff, they were, that was the only time he spoke again. It was just like, oh my god. I think Harley eventually kind of made up a little bit with the actual sergeant getting our information down, because he came up while the other guys were talking, and then he was getting our info, so The good cop came and grabbed our info and stuff. He's like, all right, I'll just run this all really quick and I'll come back. I think just the fact it was my birthday, we're all teens and shit, and we all said the same story, came back out from a concert, we just wanted to see some cool views, before whatever. Like, it was, that was like, I mean, pretty much at the end of the day, none of us were doing anything wrong, besides, trespassing on a bridge, or at least on the trespassing part.
Climbing over the rail.
Yeah. So, I mean, besides that part of the night, I mean, hey, it was a kick-ass night. That was a funny-ass time. It really was, dude.
That cop at one time just like, what, it's against the law to walk across the bridge? Okay, so I was on the underside of the bridge. You're supposed to be on top, but I'm still just walking across the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could kind of get it, but it's just like,
Yeah,
it's on them if they harm themselves in that part. If they're like, I mean...
Yeah, you're doing the spider monkey across the bottom of a bridge.
I've climbed on top of the Hawthorne once, or the Hawthorne Bridge with the little ladder steps that kind of go up, like this. Like during fireworks and stuff at the Blues Fest, me and Logan literally climbed up halfway and just sat up there.
Oh, what was that big ass bridge you climbed down? The railroad bridge. Oh, in Iowa.
Until I had any paralyzed cat on the fence when the cops came. It wouldn't have mattered because there's a camera always watching that bridge, so we would have been fucked either way.
Yeah, this chick went out and flagged down a train to get him to stop during a storm because this bridge, it wasn't the Kate Shelley Bridge.
Yeah.
That bridge was later named after her, but it was this other bridge. Like the next river over, it was a smaller bridge, but it washed out. Kate Shelley Bridge is this huge ass, long, tall, a big wide Iowa Valley with I think it's the Des Moines River that goes over.
Like one of those stereotypical railroads that are like really high up on a cliff with all that support keeping it up and shit.
Yeah, all those wooden trestles.
Oh my god. How do those things, how are those things still able to just stand at, that kind of boggles me. It's like there's no, side support to keep it more, firm in place. When that makes me fucking nervous. It just makes me nervous as hell seeing that.
Especially being a big, heavy-ass train going across.
Oh my god.
It feels like I'd be supported in a 100-ton train supported by toothpicks.
God, what the? Pretty much, seriously.
But yeah, this is what that one looks like. Actually, that's what people die rappelling. Well, number one, they're stupid because they tied the ropes around the rail.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to repel, you have the ties, and then the rail going across them. You want to tie your ropes
on the rail because you don't want to put it on the track.
You have your tie and your rail going across like this. You want to loop your rope like that, not over the rail. Because
then the train will just cut the rail, or also maybe derail the train.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. And then they were also thinking, like traffic, and they're just like, oh, we're okay, we're on this side, and the train's coming from one direction, so they're thinking it's like a road.
Yeah.
The trains go this way and this way.
Oh my god.
Only it was the opposite.
Oh no.
So they're thinking, oh, we should be okay because the train's going to be on the, it's two tracks going across it. It's going to be on the track on the other side, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Cut the rope.
Oh my god. Just to have that so sudden too, not really realize it. Because you're assuming it's a different way. So you're just you're just kind of going down, and all of a sudden you're just falling, and you're like, what the fuck, how am I falling?
Still, regardless, I mean, just while the train's passing over, just in case, grab onto a trestle. So if your rope breaks, you're still hanging there on a trestle. You can climb down. I know, I did it without a rope.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Yeah, like there are ways to go down trestles, and not like I've been like there's
fills your fingers full of tons of splinters, but
yeah.
when you get halfway down, it's just like, this is a bad idea. I'm full of splinters, but at least it's better than plummeting to your death.
Better have a nice pair of tweezers when you get home.
Yeah.
I remember having this bad blister once on like the bottom of my foot once for like 3 days, and it eventually got it. And it like after the first day, it just stopped hurting. But like once it got out, though, it was like it was like
And you had a big splinter in your foot.
Yeah, this is a long time ago too. I don't even know how I'm remembering this. This is like when I was in like fucking elementary school. In fact, that's
about that. I got a huge porcupine quill in my thumb or finger somewhere. You know, I just managed to break the end off, but I couldn't get the tip off, you know, because of barbed.
Yeah. Oh.
And
I didn't know that.
It was like days and days and days.
Oh.
And eventually it just blew out. You know, because it got huge and pussy. You know, pus out, but the quill still wouldn't come out, and eventually it came out. You know, I pull on it and like yank all your skin and
at that point,
and everything with it. It's just like just like
at that point, I just muster through the pain and literally just take like a sharp something and just do a slight incision just so I can, and just let that little incision heal at that point or something. Like
eventually it came out.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it was. It seemed, well, when you're a kid, you know, it seems like years. But...
Oh yeah, it felt. And when it came out, oh my god, like the bliss.
It was definitely days.
The bliss of releasing it. I think so. I remember it is because when I pulled it out, the fucking bliss of removal felt like eons. Oh my god, I didn't realize they had barbed quills. I thought they were just fucking.
No, they're barbed, so they go in, you know, like a bee sting. They won't come out.
Oh, I didn't. I thought they just were.
And not only that, they're vacuum packed.
Oh, great.
So they have suction, so that they literally not only do they poke you, but they suck in further.
See, I thought they had like something like that because of how they can get sucked in, you know, and shit, because of how deep they can get. I didn't realize that shit can actually like. Be barbed. Oh my god, that's.
So there's a vacuum.
Remind me to never screw with a porcupine.
They suck in further, and they're barbed, so they don't come out, and they hurt like hell forever.
Oh.
And they have some kind of irritating poison on them.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew they had like some poison or something on it.
That makes them hurt real bad.
Oh, see, I couldn't handle that. That's why I'd say fucking and just. You know, actually like cut into it so I can get it out. Like, there's no way I deal with that for a few. Oh my.
Things we always had to deal with in Montana or Billings, you know, porcupines and skunks.
See, skunks, I feel like are a little better because the smell there's like
doesn't go away.
Well.
For like a month.
Well, there's ways to get rid of it though. There are ways.
Eat all your bees.
I mean, there are ways to get rid of the smell. At least nowadays. Maybe not so much back then, but there's ways to at least help get rid of that smell. I don't know. What
they had ways, but yeah, it sucked 1 year. I'm gonna have to put traps in front of my beehives.
Skunks eat bees?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's one of their favorite food is bees.
Huh.
And wasps. They can have all the wasps they want. I hate wasps.
Oh well, hey,
But
can we have a pet skunk?
And I caught a skunk once, and that year my honey tasted like skunk.
Aww. Damn. Can we get a pet skunk? Because it's starting to become wasp season. I know that much. They're going to start coming out here soon. I'm starting to see bugs everywhere coming out again. I know those little sons of bitches are going to...
They have to be at ground level where they dig in together.
And I don't know any wasps that do that around here. They always want to be up...
Oh, go out to Larry's. That's where they all work.
No. There is a few nests in Elk Rock because
Everywhere, you know, you see them buzzing around. I mean, every year you see them buzzing around.
Yeah.
But last year, there was just like huge holes, like yay big, just.
Oh my god. Oh. No, there's one like that on Elk Rock. I remember this, and I almost rode my bike right. I walked my bike right over it, almost, and I literally like would have took one more step, and I would have stepped right on it. And once I saw it, I was like, "Oh fuck!" I dropped my bike like a moron. I should have done that. And I like took like 10 feet sprint backwards, and I went, "Oh shit!" And then they all kind of swarmed a little bit, and then they all kind of died down for a second. A few of them went to my bike, so I think they assumed it was that. But then they're like, "Oh, we can't attack this." So they're like, "Never mind."
I was lucky one time with the lawnmower.
Oh my god!
Because it's a little hole.
I fucking hate wasps. Ugh.
Through a dryer vent. And I mowed by it one time, and a couple of wasps came out. I'm just like, ugh. And there's a small wasp nest in the wall there. And when I came back the other way, suddenly just they exploded out of there. Well, because the exhaust was going out this way, so I mowed by this way. And they're just
so basically, it did shred.
Came out because of the vibration and the noise, and then when I came back the other way, as soon as the hot exhaust hit that nest, they just whoo.
Damn.
It's like whoa, jump back, and they're all swarming, swarming the lawnmower. It's like I ain't going near that damn mower. I was lucky that I got away.
Yeah.
Because all the wasps
went to the mower.
The threat was the mower, not me.
Well, at least a lot of them probably got shredded to death from the blade.
Well, it was, like yay high up on the wall. About top of the engine level. You had to drive.
Yeah.
It's like from the ground to about there. So you have your lawnmower.
Yeah.
Right. Got that level. So it's just like, okay. It's a duplex, so I left a note on the front door. Don't go near the lawnmower, angry wasps. Which if it were somebody like Krista, she'd ignore it and go over there anyhow.
See, that's why I fucking hate them. I swear, it's that moment from there on where I'm like, yeah, wasps are like.
I blocked the sidewalk with a great big red recycle thing with a big Sharpie on it. Says,
Mom, you want to know what her excuse?
Wasps.
You want to know what her reasoning was?
You want
to know what her reasoning was? She thought it was a joke. I just sat there. I'm like, Mom, we should probably just go around the corner, just go around for the garage and just suck it up and do it. But she's like, nah, this must be some prank he's doing on us. I'm gonna just see if he's correct then. And lo and behold, them bitches start coming out swarming. And not only that, I heard them too. There was a lot of them too. I heard their fucking that buzz, when that like infamous buzz of a swarm. Oh my god, I hate it. 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 Oh my god. And hearing, oh my god. It was only a brief moment. It was like a.
What's even worse is you hear that buzz of a bunch of wasps tangled in your hair. Stinging the crap out of your head.
I have a lot of hair. No.
Well, it would be okay if it were like out there. It's like the hair that's real close to your skin. That hurts because it can sting you.
My temple is exposed.
They like attacking hair.
My temple is exposed. I need to grow this out again, guys. I need to grow it out again.
For wasp season.
Well, thank you for making my hatred for them grow, because it has ensued. The war against the wasp will win. We will be victorious, gentlemen and any ladies. I will. The final battle will be between the giant hornets. The Japanese giant wasp, or the giant hornet, or whatever the fuck they're called. That will be the final battle. Have you seen those? Those fuckers are huge. They're like this big. Like the giant wasp or the giant hornet, whatever it's called?
Mm-hmm.
You know how big? They're like this fucking big. They're huge.
Well, what are they?
They're called the giant hornet, I think.
Yeah.
You should look it up. You should see them. They're actually like kind of terrifying. And I think they live off in Japan and stuff. I told him
19,
he'd be all right with
roll.
odor. He lied. He got upset one day, and we discovered he still had his stink glands. Ew. It happened, and boy, and they stung and used my finger to try to pull them out.
What was that?
What?
Attack?
That was my hair. I had that happen, and boy, they stunk, and I used my finger to try to pull them out. Pull what out? There's skunk. I'm pretty sure there's an actual surgery that you can go get at a vet if you have a pet skunk to degland them so they don't stink shit up. I think
Yeah, if you have a pet skunk,
you don't need to horribly like attack them mercilessly like that. Oh my god, I'm concerned.
Yeah, you can get a skunk descented.
Oh no, this is on the whole fucking bees shit. Cause I was reading that comment aligned with that one. Okay, I feel like a fucking whatever. That happened, and boy, they stung.
Yeah, if you see a skunk during the daytime, stay away from it.
Probably might be.
It probably has rabies.
Yeah.
Because skunks are nocturnal, and if they're out during the day, they have rabies.
Well, I mean, I've seen raccoons during the day. Not like alone being like, you know, weird, like out of their nature usually, but mainly, you know, like with two of them or whatever, and they'll just kind of like run off to a little place to hide and just kind of chill. Maybe just like
something scared them out of their hiding spot. So the skunk could be the same way, but if you see them during the day, you want to stay away.
Doing their own thing, supposedly, but they're probably infected and shit. Yeah, it is definitely possible. Like, yeah, because if it bites you or something, you have like 3 to 4 days. You have like 3 to 4 days up to like a week to get that shit treated, or else you're gonna go nuts and shit.
If you see them, you know, like they've been scared out of their little hiding spot, that's one thing. But if they're just like hanging out trotting across the field, just like that one probably has rabies.
Yeah. Put in a basement until we came back to take it away. Damn. So I've experienced with wasps, skunks, and opossum. Yeah, I've had experiences with raccoons, possums.
Possums could be mean little bastards too.
The experience I had was actually kind of interesting. It was just right in the backyard, and it was right under the porch, and it was just kind of sitting there, just chilling, looking at me, just staring. It was just kind of, it was in like a little corner, but it was...
They're generally pretty chill, but you don't want to mess with the possum.
Yeah, I was like about like 11 or 12, and I was just like with a flashlight, just looking at it, just chilling, and eventually it just kind of minded itself and just
one place I kept on heard, you know, sound like somebody sneaking around outside, crunching in the leaves and everything.
Yeah.
Keep going out there looking, don't see anything. Then eventually there's this possum. Well, first I noticed this big wad of leaves moving across the ground. I was like, what the hell? You know, I get a light down on it.
There's a possum under all of it.
It's a possum, and it curled its tail around this huge, you know, it's collecting leaves all night, you know, to make a nest or something.
Huh.
So it's using its tail to drag this huge,
that's cool.
massive chunk of
That's
leaves.
smart.
You know, it's just like, wow, you know, kind of looks up at me and...
It also works as kind of like some camp...
Stops a second, looks up at me, and then just kind of trottle along my way here.
I mean,
all my leaves.
It also works as like some camouflage too, in case like a predator comes by, it can just kind of hide itself in the
Yeah,
leaves.
it's fall, you know, so it's just like it's making a nest.
Yeah, and plus it could also work. And plus they play dead too, so on top of that, it could just look like a dead possum under a bunch of leaves, and the predator would be like, "Oh, whatever," and just move on. So it's very clever on both fronts, or multiple fronts on that. Damn, possums are smart. Well, I assumed they probably were, but yeah.
They're not too good at crossing roads. But, we never had possums in Billings.
Yeah, I never really.
We have them pretty much across the country, but I never seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them in Iowa, and I've seen them here.
I had him caught in a cage, and I put it to catch a squirrel, and he wasn't happy. I can imagine. No animal would be happy in a cage. I was going to let him out, but he turned his big teeth and snot towards me. Oh yeah. Actually, I'd be afraid to fuck with a squirrel. Dude, they go batshit if they freak out. Like, I've seen them go, you know, just go bizazz.
Hi, darling.
It's just like, oh my god. Holy shit. Like, whoa.
Okay, I'll come. Okay, I'll be there in a minute.
I was gonna let him out, but he turned his big teeth snout towards me and made sounds, so I left him.
Okay.
He probably did that because he felt threatened that a
minute.
big being was approaching him. You should have just released the cage and just let him run away. Just run away, freaking out, run off to this little corner.
And my dad got attacked by a squirrel.
He got attacked by a squirrel. What?
I don't know. These are the red squirrels in Iowa. They're huge.
Ooh.
And they're like nose to butt, you know. Then plus they have the big old tails.
Whoa.
You know, they're like
basically
they're like the size of a cat.
So basically, like super squirrel.
You know, not like the little gray squirrels we have around here. You know,
Yeah.
these are huge guys.
Like just these specific squirrels or whatever the fuck they're called.
But there's this squirrel up in a tree and he threw a ball or something up at it. And he says, "Why?" You know, he says, watching the squirrel watch the ball came up and then came up, you know, just like about a foot underneath him. And it was watching the ball and it lost its balance and fell on the ground right next to him.
Damn.
So it started chasing him.
Damn.
He was pissed.
I can imagine.
Made me fall out of the tree. I looked bad in front of my friend and said, "Get you."
Damn. He understands our. He's
trying to beat off the squirrel and make it back into the house.
Oh my god. That's funny, honestly. I can imagine this huge squirrel just. What the fuck? Oh my god. And your dad no less too. Like he's kind of a hard ass too. So I mean, it's kind of.
Oh, he's had his stories. He wasn't as free with his stories as I am with mine. But
Man, I
he's
hope.
had his fun.
Man, I gotta hear some of these stories. I have to hear some of these stories from him. I'm sure he has to be at least a little open with him with me, a little bit. I need to hear at least a few good ones. I need a few good ones. Robert's murmuring something.
Man, he's had us fun in the days. What do you expect?
Well,
Orange Irish. We're orange on St. Patty's Day. Not green.
the green's Catholic and the orange is Protestant.
Yeah.
I thought Granddad was Catholic, or was Betty Catholic?
Betty's Catholic.
Oh, that's why we went to that Catholic church. Okay.
Yeah, Dad's. Well, Protestant.
Well, there's so many different.
Agnostic.
There's a lot of different sects of Protestantism at this point. There's like Lutheranism, Methodist.
Christianity. It has a whole bunch of different.
Yeah, I mean there's so many at this point.
You could look at the Catholics, Protestants, the Baptists, Lutherans, Christian based, even Muslims, Christian based.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of it, it's all Abrahamic based. I mean, that's where it all lines from is Abrahamic.
Christian based things, you know, like Buddha and Hindu.
Yeah. Polynesian shit, like Nordic, Germanic stuff as well. Squirrels are another thing. I had this fat pregnant squirrel outside my window screen. Slowly got up. She was stretching his nose, so I sprayed something on his nose, launched towards the screen. She fell back in the open screen. Saw her husband squirrel coming running right at me. I don't know if squirrels mate like that though, but I'm pretty sure that squirrels are very social, considering that at least the ones around here, they love to hang out with each other. Alert City. Oh shit, is he here? Oh, let me get the live chat where all of them are visible so I can see. I don't even know if he is. I can't see any chats besides just use. Just use. Just use more.
One person, somebody kept stealing all the Christmas lights.
Who steals Christmas?
A bunch on their deck.
Who steals Christmas lights?
Squirrels.
Oh.
They put up a surveillance. You know,
Squirrel?
who keeps stealing? You know, they just steal the bulb.
So wait, wait, squirrel?
So these people like
what?
Go out one day and just like, where's all the bulbs out of a Christmas light? Somebody's taking all our bulbs. So they put more in and they get stolen again, put more in, they get stolen. So let's put up a surveillance video. Here comes a squirrel. Big bright red nut. Unscrew it. Run off into the woods, come back, get another one, run off into the woods.
I hope that squirrel.
The freaking squirrel is stealing the lights.
That is the smartest, but the dumbest squirrel at the same time. Smart because it's unscrewing a bulb. Dumb because it thinks it's a nut or some edible substance it can eat. Like
shiny object.
Oh my god. Wow. The oxymoron squirrel.
We had pack rats and blowing through, which is another asshole. And you start noticing all your bright shiny objects are disappearing, like if you're camping or wherever.
Yeah.
And them little frickin' things who live up on the tundra, little like rock rabbits. They're like chipmunk little things. But we hiked way up to Hellring Plateau. It's like, okay, sit down.
I'm here, McDrunk. Oh shit.
You know, because
there he is.
Heavy. Walk the extra couple miles, across the plateau to this lake to go fishing. No luck. Come back. Let's come back and get lunch. And their packs are like filled full of holes and these little varmints.
Oh.
They've gotten in and eaten all our food.
Damn.
Bastards.
I remember once, it was during the eclipse, where we were camping, right? We were kind of on, right by this little river, where we're at. It was near Bagby Springs, but it was a different spring, and it's not even really named on the map at all. What's it?
Austin Hot Springs? It's on the river.
It's not directly on the river. Where we camped was actually like 30 minutes from where we were seeing the eclipse, which was up the hill or up the springs and stuff. So it wasn't directly next to the river, but it was right by it.
Austin Hot Springs is right.
I think
it's close to Bagby, only it's right where you turn to go up to Bagby, but if you keep going straight for a couple hundred yards, there's this. In fact, I think they actually made it a camping ground now.
There was a camping ground by this river. There was.
Yeah, you have a river, but you have to walk across the river. Yeah,
there's a bridge across the river to this little ground we went to. This might be the one you're talking about.
But
I think it's the. I think you're right. Yeah.
It's just right past. Instead of turning to going up to Bagby,
yeah,
just follow the road for a little bit more.
And then there's that.
And there's a little campground right there.
Yeah, we were there.
It goes from the
we camped right next to the bridge.
Along the river.
Hey, Stefan, do you know the name of the place?
It just used to be a spot.
I mean, you camped with us. You were there.
Like 4x trail, a little group of 4x trails and camping spots that people set up. And I think they've made an official campground out of it now.
Yeah, where we were at, we were right next to the river, and it was like this little hill area, and there was a bunch of little rodents that had made little cave systems right underneath, and at night they all kind of thought about how to strategically get all breads and stuff that we all had for food and stuff, and they were all sneaking around our camp everywhere, and I found out where they all hid from, and I'm just kind of blitzed as fuck high, and I'm just like, how do I block all these entrances? And I blocked a few of them. And then
They're all connected. You have to get every one of them.
so I blocked a bunch, and then I'm like, they're everywhere still. I'm like, there's no way to end this. I'm just like, the insanity. The war will never end. The war of attrition. You haven't joined the Beto bandwagon? What, you mean Beta? A dork. Beta, a dork. Beta. Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't. Because even like, I mean, you know the establishment's going all in on that guy, right? I mean, they don't, like, I mean, Mr. Biden got super mad when a dork decided to go get, like, endorsement from Obama. The Obama. So, I don't know if it was endorsement, but he got, like, some acceptance or whatever the fuck. I don't know what it was exactly, but...
Oh, yeah, that guy's done nothing.
Well, Beta, a dork, I mean, he lost to Cruz, and Cruz lost to Trump, so how are we supposed to expect him to win anything at that point? And plus, like, initially, at the first, I thought he was actually kind of a cool dude, kind of a cool seeming guy. And then his record came out about some of his past records of what he, you know, what he is, being like Wall Street ticket regulations and shit, and also just like, what else? There's like, he was, was in favor of fast tracking TPP and was very pro TPP as well. I mean, he just ended up becoming just like like establishment number 846 number 893-C or whatever the fuck. It's just like, no, another one. It's like, well, nope, crossing that off my list.
The thing I hear is just like he's done nothing. You know, his resume is like a blank sheet of paper.
I mean, it's not like blank, but there's, I mean, his campaign is like nothing. Like, it's just cliches and platitudes and waving arms like this and stuff. Like, we need to come together. We can all be united. And when we all are united and we can go stand together and be strong as a democracy, we can achieve and be great and we can achieve many things. Like, it's just like, oh my God, Beta, a dork. He looks like a dork. That is my new nickname for him. Instead of Beta will work, I'm gonna say Beta, a dork. Because it's just like, he's so dorky.
One of those people, like,
He's just so dorky.
to get him to shut up, you have to tie their hands.
I mean, I don't know if he saw his announcement speech in Iowa or whatever, but he was literally like going like, it was just.
I hear everything on the radio. I never see any of the stuff like that.
It's just like,
I better try to get some sleep.
He weighs more than Bernie somehow. Yeah, and also he ain't releasing if they're small dollar or big donor donations either. He doesn't want to release how, like, what specifically was the, like, directed from that money raising. Just the fact that it's just there. So he's just kind of all like, really, man, this guy really turned out to be a real bad apple, huh? Beta! Big donor, not even a question. Oh, no, of course. I mean, it's pretty obvious. They're going all in on him. It's gonna, I can see, like, I want to make, like, a soft prediction about it a little bit, but I'm kind of like, I don't even know. I feel like it's starting. I feel now that things are starting to settle a little bit. I feel kind of comfortable coming in, you know, making a little prediction. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know yet. But I'm feeling like his Bernie's time has passed. No, it hasn't. If it has for him, then it did for Joe Biden too, because he's 1 year younger than him. That's not an argument. Try again. Anyway, Bernie's time. Yeah, well, yeah. The other Tarkins are either shitty or meh. Yeah. Yeah, like, Bernie's the actual candidate has a chance. I think Gabbard has somewhat of a chance, but I feel like that she's probably going to be within his administration somehow. You know, if he's the nominee. Which probably will be the case. I see a big, like, battle between Bernie, a dork, and nothingness Biden. Like, there's just... and even then, I don't even think like Biden's gonna be in there, dude. Like, he's gonna run, get like 3% of the vote, and flop horribly. Like, there's, I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that wants that, dude. I don't know anyone who wants Biden. I don't like.
Crazy Uncle Joe Biden.
Like, I don't know anyone who genuinely like has like that many very like positive things to say, even from his like past in like the 90s and shit. It's just like he was like even more harder on the drug war than Bush was when Bush was president. This first one, not the second one. It's just like he was even more hawkish on shit on certain issues than like even some Republicans on. It's just like, how does this who like the dude is like even more like blander than Hillary, if that's even possible. It's just I don't know anybody that really like wants him or like supports him. Besides, I mean, Uncle Joe right here, I guess. Shitty Biden, Harris, Schultz,
Crazy
Castro,
Uncle
Klobuchar.
Joe Biden.
Somewhere between shitty and meh. Beto. Beta! Meh. Joe Biden, Booker, Warren. Recent polls that Biden and Sanders have 52% among the randoms. Biden at 2 points ahead. Polls mean like a Dem poll specifically. That's probably not skewed. Have a third party independent, well, not third party, but just a independent poll be taken amongst just nonpartisan. Nonpartisan, that's what I'm trying to say. Have a nonpartisan poll. Just be like, who do you want? During these primaries. Let's go with that. And then let's see what gets the popular vote. I'm probably forgetting someone. I don't consider Gabbard to have a chance. She's point. Nobody wants at the odds. Right, well, political junkies right now. And a lot of it is because of the mainstream media. They're literally not reporting on her. That's why. If they were fair, they report on every candidate, even Yang. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I mean, we saw a similar thing with Bernie, but because he and his campaign understood the internet, they were able to get a lot of the younger popular votes to come out and be like, oh shit, this guy's actually good.
Oh my god.
And I think a lot of the reasons why it's at 1% is because a lot of her support also comes from independents and Republican votes too. So I think just we'll have to see. This is why I feel like it's too early to call certain things right now, because it really is early. Like, I mean, that like her 1% can change in one debate, just her saying her messages and stuff. So again, we'll see. I'll kind of wait on the first debate when it comes to who has a chance and who doesn't. Like, I know there's certain people that just definitely don't, and we can just rule out. But there are certain characters I just can't yet. Mainly because Dems are in favor of older voters too younger in the polling. I'll already explain that. Oh yeah. That's why I say they're skewed. They're fair speak. Fox fair speak. Oh my God! Don't please don't. There are no mainstream like TV news network is fair speaking. They're all bought by the establishment. Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry, but that was just so like what.
It ain't like it used to be.
Which is same over years. Not even gonna consider voting for someone worse than Clinton. Yeah. I'm gonna have to pull some magical unicorn bullshit to get me to vote for him. I consider him Harris the worst candidate than Clinton. Oh yeah. How's Biden any better than Trump? Not by much. Not by much. Like, we can probably see status quo on social policy, but that's about it. Everything else is gonna be shite. And even then, the status quo for our social policies right now are shite. So that's still going to be shite. TV media equals shit. Yeah. I don't watch TV anymore, dude. At all.
I haven't watched TV in forever.
If I want to watch a science documentary, I can look at 50 or 100 of them instantly on YouTube, and some of them live stream documentaries 24/7. There's live streams that just have documentaries going on and shit. And there's if I really wanted to go learn something, I have that. I don't need to have this. I mean, the Science Channel has a YouTube channel, and there's 50 billion science channels on YouTube. There's Seeker, and all of them are also affiliated with different organizations that also have the Science Channel shit. Even Star Talk Radio by Neil deGrasse Tyson's on YouTube, and I even Ground Zero, just to put that out there, is on YouTube too. So I mean, pretty much even the old media is on YouTube now, and on the new media because that's the new alternative that people, and especially young people, use. I mean, not a lot of people even just use the radio like that earlier was saying before you came in here. They just listen to the radio. It's oh my god, that's not. I mean, I don't even know anyone who just listens to the radio. Yeah, I mean, you should. Well, I guess you. Well, yeah, I mean, you're a little different because you do look up shit on your phone though, and actually look up different things too. So I mean, even you use the internet to go look up certain things. So yeah, I mean, not exactly. I mean, you have different sources, but you have you listen to one a lot more than using the others. So I mean, yeah, we have preferences, but you still have other means to do so. But yeah, but in order to definitely try to understand different facts of what's going on, that's why I like going on different outlets and different YouTube political commentaries and news things on YouTube and stuff, even on right-leaning stuff. Every now and then I watch a dude named Stargram the Cod who calls himself a classical liberal or a skeptic too, even, but he's just kind of a right-wing guy, but because his fan base is a lot. But I watch him every now and then because he's very eloquent in his points, even if I severely disagree with him. But I mean, there's also dudes like Steven Crowder and shit. That guy's honestly ridiculous, but he's one of the younger guys doing it too. So there's all sorts of different people. Work together for us for more corruption and governments. On who? And then wins both parties will block his stuff. Nah, the senators win then, so you don't find around him. Yeah, because the thing is, look what the Republicans are doing around Trump. They do not dare, besides a small group of them, they don't dare criticize the emperor, basically. Oh. Don't criticize the dear leader. So, a lot of them generally will unify around the president. The party generally does that, just period. Even the established ones. They're still going to try to undermine his agenda. I won't deny that. If Sanders does get a presidency, the establishment Dems and Republicans will definitely try to undermine it, and maybe undermine it enough or do compromise policies and see if they can pass those to try to prove a point. Maybe to say hey, these policies actually don't work. To try to fuck them up or whatever. But I don't think Sanders is going to bend to that. Though certain issues I kind of question on, but not a lot. Mostly just on foreign policy and just very few domestic things, on mainly just on legal prostitution, mainly just because he's never said anything about it, not that much, and I think that's probably a good benefit to have. I mean, there's a lot of places that have it and are doing just fine, and also I think if someone definitely wants to, do sex work because that's work, then by all means, go for it. I mean, and I think if it's legal, then, there's tests that have to happen. There has to be protection. There's, legal process and stuff. I mean, I think that's a little, that's just a good digressing from the point. But I mean, yeah, but like, there's just a few things, But again, with every politician, I'm gonna have like things that I'm gonna disagree with them on. But it's just, But Sanders is the one that has the most policies that I do agree with, at least currently in the Democratic Party primaries. Though I would say Gabbard's probably, I would say leaning a little, I'd say I'm leaning a little bit more favorable to her, just a little bit, mainly because of her more stronger stance on foreign policy, which I totally agree with. Well, I'd go slightly further. I mean, I would just totally cut off like all like war effort shit going on, but I don't know her entire like crucial, detailed, thorough plan. I mean, no one does, but I mean, at least not yet. But I'd hope that she has a really strong one. But I'd hope that she gets in like Bernie's administration, so we can have that anti-war influence in there. Does that have a mouth of Trump? He already proved his back down if he believes in. On the issue of 2016, I do see that. Yeah, with the whole issue of the primaries and conceding to the god queen Hillary, basically. The goddess Hillary, for the Dems. So I do see that. And while I do understand his reasoning, I still don't agree with it. And I don't like hold it against him, but it is something that is a stain on his record for me, and it's something I can't 100% entirely forgive him on, but I can at least understand and get why he did, and that I'm not gonna, at this point, I don't give a fuck anymore because it's 2016, and 3 years later now, 2019, we should probably focus on 2020 instead at this point. History's history. He's been pushing America since the 80s. He sat there and watched corrupt machine take over and let it, knowing it. I do agree with that. It could be Trump. So yeah, a lot of people did. And turned out it didn't matter either way, did it? He would have split the vote if he ran as independent. It didn't matter anyway, did it? Might have helped us in the long run. I mean, I don't know. But for at least 8 years, power, progressive establishment time unless we split it also. See, I don't even know what would have happened if he ran as independent. Like, I'm sure he would have gotten some Republican votes too, because I know there are definitely Republicans that do like him. While they were like, yeah, I disagree with certain things, but I think he actually, does consider our, concerns and stuff. So I like the guy. I think, he's honest at least enough and stuff. He seems like a good guy. Like, there were definitely Republicans who were thinking like that. And, so I think he would have had the potential to swing some Republican votes too. And maybe also, like, as an independent, maybe win a few electoral states. I mean, not enough to maybe win himself, but to maybe at least, 1 or 2 states, probably. I don't know. I mean, but again, I don't know exactly what would happen with that scenario. Yeah, not a problem. Here you go. That was a slender charge. Sure. Yeah. It's at 21%, but I can grab mine later. I can't follow Brown on that. There was no, gosh, he would have been given the blame for Trump getting elected. He still does, and was anyway. People still blamed Bernie, even during the general election for the loss of Hillary during 2016. See, for a lot of people, including me, that's a negative, and to them is a little less of a chance. But for me, no, not really. You're saying I'm stupid too, then, because I have a merited reason why I do think and I have a merited reason why I disagreed with it, and a lot of people think that same way too. Because because a lot of people that do talk about these very issues have very similar sentiments. That's a okay, dude. That's kind of a arrogant comment, man. Come on. saying I should vote for Trump. I mean, they should go vote on their principles, regardless of who the fuck their candidate is. Oh, people who blame Bernie for Trump are stupid. Well, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. No, I get what you mean. Okay. I thought you were talking about the fucking people who blame. Okay, never mind. I get what you mean now. I get what you mean. I recant what I say. I recant what I have just said. Or you couldn't campaign for Clinton. It was not responsible for Trump at all. Yeah, I don't think he was at all. And also, I mean, even if he did go independent, I still wouldn't have say he's responsible for his win. Hillary's the sole reason why Trump is the fucking victor. She's to blame. I mean, her and her whole fucking agenda, her establishment, and her campaign. And, I mean, at this point, the establishment kind of, put her off to the side, but she's not going to shut up, so that's going to be fucking annoying. But thank fuck she ain't running. I'm glad that's horrific cunt ain't running. Claim was. Wait, on what? Interesting. Claim on what? Oh, oops. I'm trying to live. So got more votes to claim. Well, I mean, Trump didn't get the popular vote, so in that sense, Hillary got more votes than him. And speaking of Trump on this one, but electorally, he was really able to. Yeah. Though he kind of had to shush up about that for a little bit while campaigning for Clinton, which for me was just really problematic. But again, I mean, while I find it problematic, I mean, I still at least understand his reasoning. Some people are a lot more unapologetic about it than I am, but I mean, that's just my personal reason. I've actually got a few things I need to grab really quick. A charger, some bud, and some other shit. So I'm gonna be right back really quick. Don't go anywhere. Let's get it. I am not back. I got the gold. Green gold. There's no other color for gold but green. Gold is just another term for green. That's right. Combined. You have issues with Clinton, but not Biden? Oh my god, wait, what? Hold on, let me go back really quick. It's taking more votes from Trump than Biden. Clinton's with the vote we will end up with her, which even I have issues with. What? Wait, so what? Out to business. I don't know. You please get the. I'm gonna read it. I can't send it to you. Yeah, I can forward it to him. Please read it with an open mind. Alright, just read it. I mean, the thing is, yeah, I mean, 100 pages on Biden is a lot for me to fucking digest. And I mean, I'm gonna have to do a video on Joe Biden and go through his record then, essentially, at this point, huh? You know what? Fuck it. That's what I'm gonna have to do this week, huh? I'm off for the next few days, so I got that time. I'll have to do it. Because there's a lot of points that I can't fucking, like, get out of my head right now that I want to just... So, I have to... That's all his sayings. I think you'll find it interesting. Well, I know a lot of his positions, and the ones I do know, I don't like. So, I mean, I don't know. He's getting estimates to consider for the firm. Same here. Again, I don't really know many people at all that like him. If anyone has been mentioned, like my dad, kind of joke about him. Oh god, this is gonna be hard octaving this shit. Hold on, hold on. You know what? I can think of one to start with. Trump. Yeah, it's called Bernie. Voting records over standings. Yeah. How does Biden any better than Trump? He's not. I answered your question. He's not. There you go. Comes to cell, which is his only good attribute. Biden's not, which really worries me. Exactly. I'm tired. What? Breeze for the duck. Breeze? I could probably breeze for it. Sure. That's free. How's that gonna go into convincing the man as bad as it looks? That really make all the stitches made it pass. And currently, the jump back responsibility to alleviate student debt in this country. On which bill? In citation. That one. That's, it's there. I think healthcare bill answering it. Bernie has one already, and Ro Khanna even proposed one in the House. That's pretty much the same as Bernie's platform. I mean, there's a lot already. Minimum wage has already been adjusted state by state. It needs to be a federal standard increase because the federal minimum wage is like $6 or $7.25 or some shit. Like that needs to be increased. It's been stagnant since the 70s, literally. Like, no bueno. It's actually a song I do want to learn. It's called Vingio. That's the only way UBI will get through. Okay. I don't care about minimum wage much. My three big sister Medicare was up for all anymore. It's Green New Deal. Yep. 20, 30 years, I think. I'd probably be a little sooner than that, but yeah, maybe. Biden has a good point on healthcare. Oh, okay, come on. And working parts of Green New Deal. There's definitely a lot of working parts in the Green New Deal, and I'd say the whole thing is. So anyway, this is the war one. It's no healthcare policy I'm aware of. Yeah, because he doesn't have one. It's just incrementalism of the same bullshit plan that we have now, which is fucking us badly. Universal healthcare is the only way to go, period. So, only half-heartedly support Obamacare, I would be shocked. Yeah. super fucking off and just very, yeah. And then it gets down. I gotta fucking, hold up. I have no idea what his client policy is. Probably more to the fossil fuel industry. I gotta actually do that. Hold up. Super fucking ominous, dude. I love it. Fucking loved it. I'm gonna have to just like work on it. It's such a crazy, interesting thing. Where was it? Oh, it was right here. I just love that. I love. Should be enough for peach. Is it clean out unless isn't a problem? Like after mastering, like what the fuck? Just that alone should be enough for impeachment. Alright. I mean that shouldn't be enough for impeachment, but that is still kind of fucked. Citizen promises and lies. Empty promises are lies. That's what they are. I mean, backing down on a promise and having a promise that's empty and not actually following through with it is a lie. So it's still the same thing. The entire Republican Party doesn't care. Well, yeah, of course they don't. That's what it is. All right. No, because so much time to fucking work. Oh, recession might be good for maybe, I don't know. Not real. Revolution might be a revolution. Hopefully. Fuck, that's what we need, bud. I don't know. What is this current state? Ugh, fuck me. Not my little music blah, 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 spat. I'm pleased with it. Even though it probably was not my shit. I need to kind of learn some more fucking stuff on it. Besides that ominous stuff. Here, hold on. I just want to try to, like, fucking do some new stuff. Like, have, like, a different root note besides just open. I want to try something different with it, so. I'm gonna have to, like, expand my fucking hand, dude. I don't know. Gotta regard for Clinton if anything. We're gonna go be wrong. Dang, that's let me fool. Not again. Okay. Bet. What? Bet on my stork or beta? A dork? Beta lesbian. That's what he is. All right. He's a beta lesbian. Are you a beta man? Do you like black people? Do you like black people? The fun. Do you like black people? Bet. No. Are you a beta man? Are you a beta? No. Are you a beta? Are you a beta man? Are you amazing? Or are you a beta? Are you a beta? Are you a beta lesbian? And also, do you like black people? Dude, God bless Jesse Lee Peterson, man. He's my favorite guy. I love Jesse Lee. I love him, even though his views are crazy. I don't know what that was, but it was kind of lit. Yep. No for more corruption war. I totally like that idea. This country's been fucked up. Well, just a couple of extremely else people can make quick bucks since 2001. Since 2001, bro, that's been going on since like the 60s. Look at Vietnam. If you ever sit out, your hand Trump is good for years. You know what? That's what. You know what? You know what? If the Dems are gonna be stupid enough to put someone up as their nominee, so shitty that Trump wins again, I'm just gonna laugh. It just proves our country has not learned anything, and it proves that the establishment is just gonna continue to fuck us more, and it's just gonna get worse from here. And also, climate change is probably beyond repair, regardless. At that point, we have more than a year to talk this out. All right, let's wait until the primary debates come out, and when he starts talking, and also with some recent stuff coming out and talking, we'll see. Sounds exactly what I heard in the late 70s. Climate change. They made it a pretty big thing, but the very things that were going on in the 60s and 70s when it came to the industry and carbon emissions, we're feeling those effects now because climate change takes a very long time. They were saying, hey, predictions say shit could get fucked if this happens, so maybe we should we should probably solve this ahead of time. So, I mean, they've been saying that, but oh, scientists are bot or something weird, stupid conspiracy theory. Break it up and have 50 separate countries instead of one. I don't know if 50 would be a good idea. Everyone will quickly see who batshit crazy people are. I think I would just say every state has batshit crazy people. Every fucking state does. Every town does. Every town has their crazy people. Okay, that's what I was figuring out. Alright, well, my creativity senses have died. I'm just jammering bullshit now, so I think I'll put that away before I continue. That's set for 7 a.m. God damn, son. Damn! Well, there she goes. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Money for nothing, chicks for free. I'm gonna scoop myself in now, nicely now. All nice snug. Nice and snug for all y'alls. That's right. Yep, ow. Yeah, my wisdom tooth is coming in more. It's like barely in all the way through. This is like this last little bit that's starting to like right up in here and shit. Oh. Have a snazzy day. I mean, well, for you it's a morning, technically, I guess. And for me it will be a night. A night and then a morning. Top of the morning and top of the evening. Oh, isn't these? Yeah. Mine actually, like, this one's in. These top two are in. It's fine. Look over all the way back there. Like, this one, I could literally go up to, like the roof of, like, where my fucking skull meets with my fucking teeth line and shit. I could, like, feel that on this side, not so much over here. Uh-huh. Yeah, I can too. It's kind of fucking crazy. I can kind of feel like where my skull is, like from the inside. That's fucking crazy, dude. I kind of wonder what, like, I kind of always like, dude, it's kind of crazy, dude. Like, you know, knowing that what the fucking thing is just holding all this together. It's like, oh god. I had 3 impacted ones, 1 removed. Yeah. If there is one that, if there's one that may or may not be removed, it might need to be this one. Because this one's been the one that goes off and on with, like soreness every now and then, but it goes away, but it's because of the gum line. And I think it's because it's the last one that's been trying to develop. I think that's why. Oh. It especially sucks because some of the gum now wants to kind of puff a little bit, like puff up a bit. So now it, like, barely, like, presses against my very back, jawline right here. So I'll have to, like, have, like, a little air packet or something back there. Like, back here or something. Because if it gets sucked up, then it just wants to, like... Yeah. Ugh. I didn't want to be knocked, so I was up in one crack as I was pulling. Oh! You should have just you should have just been knocked out, dude. Oh. Oh. Ooh. I hope that didn't hurt. It probably hurt. Oh. Ooh, sympathy pains. Sympathy pains. Or is that just my normal pain? Get the tiniest nugs out of this shit. Oh my god, this thing is so keefy. What the hell? Keefy ass fucking weed, bro. Burp. Burping. I didn't feel anything. I sucked up half the nitrous he had. You're probably like, oh shit, he broke something. Better inhale this so I don't feel it. Well, maybe it wouldn't be for the mouth. It'll probably be... It sounded like a screech from the deaf bowels of my... of, like, Satan himself or something. I don't know. Grinding some weed. Grinding all that bloody weed. Got mad at me next time I went for clean ass if I could have nitrous. Just for a cleaning? Nitrous just for a cleaning. Is somebody a junkie? If only Carl was here to just throw a meme out there, you know what I'm saying? Flush the memes up. Get a meme going, you know what I'm saying? Pushing the memes. Magnificent memes. Tremendous memes. All those memes that everyone loves, it's the memes. It's all the memes. In all sorts of themes. Oh well, need to go to bed. Alright. I won't cape ya. Though, this will probably be either a wrap up or not, but let's see. Chat check. Who the fuck be in here right now? Besides, what the fuck? I got Keith in here? I do this with the grind part and Keith came out. I don't think that's where Keith goes. Shit, let me rephrase that again. Oh, you put the we in there. Okay, I just said that as I need to. I as in you, but... Okay, I'll wait. So I beat to the end. Oh, well. I mean, it looks like Estefan probably dipped for a bit, so okay. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. See, I have like a lot more sophisticated fucking rhythms and melodies in my head, but I can't fucking execute on it. You know what? Hold on, let me try. Do 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 do. I need to just figure that part out. Do 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 do. Right. Do 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 do. Oh, kind of. I'm starting to figure that one out. That's kind of some. Whatever. I need to stop playing the fucking thing. I'm picking up my bass pick. My bass pick. Oh, yeah, picking my bass pick up. Yeah. That sounds nice, actually. I'm trying to like, but that ain't working. I'm trying to like see if I can change the tuning on it, but I can't. Yeah, enough of me. Finish up, Bucko. My pillow's fluffed. I'm going to convince Stefan to vote if it kills me. Okay, so he's not against voting, but if he has no option, he won't. So, and I'm the same way. I vote locally. That's just me. But if people don't vote, that's up to them. It's like for most people, or they generally don't have a reason, but for the people that normally would be politically involved, who sit out, chances they got a reason why they didn't vote. Oh God, the birds are chirping. They chirp all the time for me. No, what talk about, boy? What you talking about, boy? Boy, what you talking about? You talking about, boy? A boy? I tell you what, I reckon you don't mean no, man, no, man. Don't be doing that, man, no, man. A no vote is a Trump vote. A no vote is a no vote. It's not a Trump vote. It's a no vote. If you don't vote, you don't vote. That vote goes to no one. That's a mute argument. Plus, I've heard that from people before, and I've had that argument many times before, and it's just like it's not. At that point, a Hillary vote is a Trump vote, or a Jill Stein or a Gary Johnson vote is a Trump vote, but they are not. They're obviously like a vote to Jill Stein or a vote to Gary Johnson or a vote to whoever. And if you don't vote for anyone, you simply don't vote for anyone and refuse to participate in that system, which, fuck, I don't blame him. And honestly, I'm just neutral to the idea because I see the merit of not voting, and I also see the merit of voting. So, besides, either way, and if you choose not to, during the whole political process, I still participate in the political process. Especially if you complain about it, because if there's anyone who has the right to complain about the political process, especially of our elections, it's people who don't vote because they don't want to participate in that system. And, I kind of agree with them. I just do it for local elections because at least I have some influence around my own local politics, so I'm going to try to do that. Like, if anything, I'd probably just encourage people to try to vote locally, if anything, but at the end of the day, I ain't gonna force anyone or convince anyone. Only someone can make that choice themselves to vote or not. Gotta get this weed all gathered up so I can pick it up. 'Cause if I don't, I basically getting keef. And I don't want to just smoke some keef. I should learn a jazz bait. That's what I should do. Down. Meow, meow. Scooty-boo-da-bow. Scatting. Speaking of jazz, I'm gonna do some scatting. That's parts of it. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I gotta be ready for that, dude. I can only take so much of that type of talk, and also, like, uh, he would have to at least let me rant a little more about my actual philosophy, which honestly, he's probably gonna be fucking shocked with half of it and get maybe offended. I don't know because of my stance on it. So, like, it would have to be like a whole kind of a planned thing at that point if we really wanted to get into it properly with a more balanced like conversation happening between both sides. So but I guess I'm gonna have to well, if he comes on next time, I'll have to prep. Oh god, I at least have somebody there to back me up. He didn't give me an answer. Probably didn't want to, or maybe just kind of thought in his head, all right, sure, if it happens. He wanted to come over, but he had to study some more and for his school, and he had to tomorrow anyway. So he's, and I'm also just a little worn, a little worn from work. Not too bad, but just a little out. But yeah. Oh well. Shit, like some of the weed, like some of this bud skis and all the bowl wants to like partially dap herself on the edge, and it's just like, god dang that, I don't need that to happen. What's actually kind of funny is Tyler saying he might become a pagan again, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude. That night gotta get in. Alrighty. I'm saying his final point, though. But it's just like, damn it, Tyler. Like, you bash religion so much, just like I do. Yet, it's just like, you're gonna convert back to another religion. It's just like, what the fucker? It's just like, you don't contradict yourself while doing so, man. Come on. So it's just like, I gotta try to do my get my debate skills activated and get it on it. Also, I still need to like find a point where I can get to it, like critically, like really tap into his like ethics and shit when it comes to like certain issues like genital mutilation and stuff. It's just like, dude, you're actually stooping lower, on the whole morality, how relative that is and shit. So it's just like, yeah. Though I'm not even really a moral. I mean, I'm more of a nihilistic moral relativist. Like, my morality is more like, what would be the terminology for it? Nihilistic morality, I guess, or moral nihilism, or whatever it's called. I don't know what the philosophical term for it is, but that. So, but I also am a moral relativist because everyone's morality is relative to what they perceive it as. So that's why I understand that's also partially a thing. But for me, I'm a moral nihilist. I'm a nihilist. It don't mean nothing. No mean nothing in the cosmic universe. This infinite thing. We are just a minor speck, and in the whole cosmic grand scheme of things, where we, even if we're gone, mean nothing. The universe will keep chugging on and going on and going on, even without us. Something else to take our place, like the octopi or the octopuses. Like, dude, the octopus will fucking like, dude, if it wasn't gonna be humans, it was gonna be the octopus, man. They were good, like, dude, if there's one thing you should think about the octopus tonight, dude. Like, tomorrow, you should, like, look into the octopus, man. They're fucking fascinating creatures. Fascinating. And just very, it's just so, you know, it's just so, like, peculiar and so, well, fascinating, you know, about just to observe an octopus just be an octopus, you know, just, and, like, learn about how its biology is. It's so fucking unique. I'm not going to get into it, but y'all should. They're fucking insane, man. It's like, if it wasn't going to be humans rising up, being the fucking, like, top of the chain, it was probably going to be the octopus, man. There could have been a branch from that evolving into something different, into something crazy shit. Like, oof. And they have remarkably similar eyes to us. God damn it, I said I was going to get into it, but whatever. This one, the eye point, will be my only one. Like, they have, they developed similar eye structure to ours, but, caveat on this, they develop it independently from us, from the evolution. It's called, I think, condescendent evolution, I think. And then there's descendant evolution, which is like where like things will branch off more from one thing instead of like two things that are very similar develop independently. And what's so unique is that happened twice on here. So if there's plausible life elsewhere in the universe, chances are this is probably happening there as well, where there's life that has developed eyesight, you know, and they're, you know, very similar to our, you know, to our DNA, or not to our DNA, but to our, like, genealogy of eyesight with just all creatures. It's fucking crazy, man. It's fascinating. Look it up, man. Delve into an octopus, dude. Not tonight, but, or just whoever's watching, you know, afterwards, delve into the octopus, dude. Fascinating fucking creatures. I love them, honestly. I embrace my octopus overlords. God, that sounded bad. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Bad images. Oh, God. Why the fuck? Oh, wow. I put myself in my... I trapped myself on that one. God damn, dude. What the fuck? Oh, man. That was very wise of me to say. Embrace my octopus overlords. Ignore 2019. Jeez. Something's wrong. I've noticed change in time. Dude, Tyler? He doesn't even smoke weed. If anything, I think weed would chill him out, honestly. I want him to smoke weed. Fuck. I kind of wish he did. Like, ugh. Oh wait, you know, you're saying he needs to get back on it. I thought you were saying back off. Why am I reading shit incorrectly right now tonight? That's like the third time or second time or whatever, dude. Fuck. To be fair, I do that every now and then, but jeez. Maybe I'm just more self-conscious of it now. By the way, remember this weird B movies to watch for sure at Barbarella. Oh, I think I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Oh, dude. Oof. Oh, God. I don't know much about it, but I do remember hearing about it, and oh my God. Oof. I'm just like trying to collect the details because it's under the theme of oh boy. Oh boy. I gotta check it out. Oh man, I gotta dude, you'll love it, lol. Yeah, man. Oh, dude, I gotta look it up. I know I have probably seen bits and clips of it, which is why I remember it. But oh man, I got something about me wants to check that out because I know something in my mind has got me intrigued about that because it's like you know about this. At some point, you've known about this, so I don't know. I just don't remember from what exactly. I don't remember actually seeing it, but for like clips and stuff, maybe. So I know about it, but I just haven't actually seen it. That's it. I can't corrupt the mind of a young. Just give me all the great 80s, 70s, 90s, early 2000s schlock. And you'll never be able to corrupt my mind. That's like my favorite. I love schlock, dude. I want to actually watch Species 2. I think we might be able to get away with watching that. Dude, that shit looks fucking insane. I want to watch it off the homies, dude. That sounds... I'll upload it to my other things, and I'll probably upload like a preview for everybody on YouTube where it doesn't actually show shit, but you can see it. No, I might just do that this week. You know what I should do? I need to get playlists set up where I have like my videos in like an order. I won't do that for my streams, but I can do that for my Ignorance Takes and other platforms. It's a very unique sexual interest movie. That's probably where I've heard it from. I know I can cash this shit. I can handle my dope. Come on. There we go. Nice. Alright, well, alright. I think we're done now. Look. Cashing my weed. Finished stream. Had a lot of interesting conversations, so yeah. Alrighty. I'll see y'all in the next one. And peace out, everybody. And don't